You cannot escape from death.
I usually upload every single day, every day of the year. But for this weekend, I took a break. I went outside, touched grass. I just sat back and watched Mortal Kombat community just tear each other to shreds. I don't know why there's so much negativity in that community. I also sat back and watched Street Fighter 6. They sold 2 million copies already. Street Fighter 6 is also one of the highest rated games of 2023. But the real thing that I was focused on was the GAMERS8 tournament. The invitationals was beyond expectation. And I know there's a lot of people who are like disappointed about how they performed. What we really have to realize about this event is there was really no losers. Like, first off, being invited to represent a country, that in and of itself is something you have to be very proud of. If you did end up losing, you were given a second opportunity and you competed for $50,000. It was so cool as well to see one of the people who just got sponsored by FaZe Clan actually win that $50,000 tournament.
HK Jr. 3-0 over Saudi Arabia here, and Team Germany is your Captain's Circle champion.
Now, EU, they got knocked out a little bit earlier than everyone would have expected, but USA, I was so proud of Anakin. Anakin has struggled so hard against Knee and Arslan because, you know, who wouldn't struggle against those guys? Those are the two best. But he was able to beat Knee and then force the tiebreaker, the decider.
Strikes. Gives him. He's still going. Gives him there. Anakin 3-0.
And then, of course, Knee came out on top. He won it. But that's the thing about Knee. Knee is considered the greatest of all time because he's able to adapt. He's able to learn, process. If you beat him in the set, you reset it, and then you're facing a whole new different type of fighter. And that's also what we saw with South Korea versus Pakistan. Pakistan, they first went up against Korea and they 3-0'd them. Korea got sent down into the lower bracket. They fought their way through Japan, US. They fought their way through all of the hurdles to make their way back into the grand finals, the end of the championship. The matches there was so much more closer. Ulsan almost won. Chanel almost won. There was just a few things, a few drop combos. I was watching Eris' stream and he was like, how much money do you think that drop combo is worth? A $50,000 drop combo. You take a bunch of those, stack them on top, and that's the whole entire tournament. What's interesting about the Knee versus Arslan lore, the last time that they faced, I think it was Combo Breaker, I'm not sure exactly, but the last time they faced, Arslan wiped the floor with Knee. But then the last time before that, Knee wiped the floor with Arslan. So they're just going back and forth, back and forth. It's amazing to see that evolution of these players and how they're continuing to grow. But what's different about this is not a one-on-one. This is a team. Knee beat Arslan, and then they were like, okay, time to do a tiebreaker. And Pakistan was faced with the tough decision of who do we put up against Knee. And I already knew what they were going to pick. You can't pick Khan because Knee beat Khan at the last year Evo. Of course, he was playing Geese Howard. It was a totally different situation. We really didn't know that much about Fang and all this stuff, but you don't want to take that gamble. You can't put Arslan back up there because he just lost. So they had to go with the person who beat him in the first place, Atif. It was a nail biter. So close, but Atif came out on top. Once again, I was watching Eris's perspective and he basically was like, Knee lost because he plays too many characters, right? This is something that we all like love about Knee. This guy is the only person, even to this day, who is Tekken God Omega with every single character on the roster. Knee is the only person who does that. But when you do go from character to character, sometimes you have a lapse in judgment. This is something that happened to Knee in the past. Knee was going up against Rangchu. I think it was 2017 Tekken World Tour Finals. He was going up against Rangchu and he was playing Devil Jin. And I think at the time he was playing Lily before that, but he tried to do a Lily input as Devil Jin and got a misinput.
Oh! 7 seconds left on the clock. Can he kill? Oh, what is he doing? What was that? A misinput. Huge mistake. Should not have played so many characters, perhaps.
But that's kind of what happened here. Switching back and forth between Fang, between Brian Fury, even though it was very exciting seeing him pull out this character, that character, he just got confused once again. In the most intense moment, it slipped. Once Pakistan won, the pop-off was amazing.
One think if I say it will not look good, but I want Atif to say this.
Pakistan is the best region.
And I would think like that's already been the case. First, it was Arslan winning the entirety of 2018, I believe. And then Atif Butt, Always Honey, they showed up. They really changed our whole perspective on the character Akuma and 2D characters. Before they showed up, everyone placed Akuma in low tier. They rechanged our whole perspective of that character of the game. And I think they've been earned the title best region in Tekken right now. What I want to see out of them, right? Let's talk about Tekken 8 because there's so many more announcements happening for Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter's going to have more trailers. Tekken 8, the beta is coming very soon. The next generation of the fighting games is going to continue. And I want to see if Pakistan can continue their dominant. There's going to be a lot of changes with the heat system, with the pacing, more aggression. And what's crazy about this GAMERS8 tournament, they didn't even need a heat system. If you saw Nobi playing, that guy was in heat without heat. Also, Khan, I didn't even say this, but Khan went through the whole entire thing undefeated. He didn't lose not one game. This event was one of the biggest events ever for Tekken in terms of prize pool, but the fact that this happened so late into the game's lifespan. Tekken 7, the arcade version, came out 7 years ago, and you know Tekken 8 is going to show.
Right, so one last question. What do you guys want from Tekken 8?
No 2Ds.
That was quick. He had that ready.
No Akuma. Yeah. Even I played very good against Akuma.
Nobody wants Akuma.
Nobody wants Akuma. You know.